AEW Collision can change the days that it airs, it can change the time slots that it airs in, but one thing will never change, and that is that the ratings absolutely suck. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling. AEW Collision's ratings are in for the Saturday, September 14th edition, and they are not good.
Not good indeedio, and this is just the new norm for AEW. When was the last time they actually produced a rating, especially on Collision, that we went, aye, that was no bad? At least recently, they bounced back with Dynamite, even though people were like, why is there a bounce back for the return? They weren't even happy with these numbers a year ago. Aye, well, you know what? The new norm for them is under 700. So see when they get above 700, I've got to say, well, fair enough. I mean, Tony Khan will be happy with... I bet you Tony Khan, right, was over the... I bet you he bought a few new bags of gear based off that 717 number alone. Is he buying any bags of gear off this number? Not too sure.
With that said, let's get into this week's Collision number. So, AEW Collision drew 268,000 viewers. Now, this is the lowest non-preemption episode of Collision in their entire history. So basically, any time that Collision has aired in its original slot, time slot, or original day, it's done a higher number than this. This is the lowest ever number in viewership for Collision, airing on a Saturday between 8 and 10. Now, yes, there's exceptions. Sometimes they move later on to avoid going head-to-head with stuff. Sometimes they move to a Friday. Those ratings don't count because you would expect them to go down when they do move, because people are accustomed to it starting at a certain time on a certain date. But when AEW Collision starts at 8 o'clock on Saturday, it has never did lower than this episode. 268,000, so a brand new low for AEW Collision. Not good. Now, it is up 71% on last week's show, but again, not making excuses for it, but last week's show was on a Friday. You know, I guess maybe not a lot of people knew about it. I mean, AEW, I don't think do a good job of advertising their shows, especially when they're starting. I mean, even when Collision doesn't happen on a week, they don't even mention it.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh, Collision's skipping a week. There's just no, there's no word for it. They just ignore it's happening. So, a bit strange there. In terms of the key demo, it did a 0.08, and this is the second lowest non-preemption key demo in Collision's history. So yeah, the lowest non-preemption viewership in history and the second lowest non-preemption demo in history. Just shocking. The numbers for AEW are shocking. The numbers for wrestling in general are shocking. We need to stop pretending that wrestling's good at the moment, that wrestling's cool. Even the WWE fans that want to lick Triple H's big fucking nostrils. Wrestling sucks, right? And the ratings show that. Well, ratings don't matter. Ratings don't prove it's good. Yeah, see if it's good, people are watching, and see right now, people aren't watching.
Yeah, no, well, that is it. No, that is it. I mean, I think when the ratings are this bad, you could get a show that's great, but no one's tuned in. But good shows generate hype, and therefore the hype generate ratings. You can get a great show based off poor ratings, but it will be like a one-off episode. But with AEW, I mean, they're in the same boat. I mean, AEW is just absolutely mince, man. These ratings are just the new norm. I mean, it seems like every week we're on here talking the same old shit about, oh, it's a record low this, it's a record 18 to 49 that. It's not going up.
When was the last time we said AEW had a great rating?
Yeah, never.
I don't think since we started covering ratings, AEW's had a rating I would consider great.
No. Yeah, I mean, Sasha Banks did 801, didn't she?
Yeah, I mean, then they showed the Punk stuff and it got 817, but I was expecting more.
Yeah.
But, although that quarter did draw well over 1 million, so it's like, yeah. Anyway, let's get into the clips here, see what drew the most. First place, we've got AEW World Trios Champion Wheeler Yuta in his first match since All Out, 121,000. They're trying to make a big deal of this. They're trying to make it seem like Wheeler Yuta is really affected by the Blackpool Combat Club.
They're acting like he's a child.
Well, you did think he was somebody.
I thought he was a Make-A-Wish kid, but they're acting like he's a child going through their parents' divorce.
Kind of sad. Second place, exclusive cameras catch up with AEW Trios Champion Wheeler Yuta after Collision. 76,000 views. Why is... Do you think Wheeler Yuta's drawn at the moment just because the John Moxley stuff's interesting?
Yeah. Well,
because
no one's tuning in for Wheeler Yuta.
No, that's true. Third place, I know, but it's very strange that an exclusive gets second place. And it's an exclusive with Wheeler Yuta.
All I'm going to say here is, see if you're getting outdrawn by Wheeler Yuta, I think your contract should be ripped up.
And everyone on the show is getting outdrawn by Wheeler Yuta.
Yes.
So Wheeler Yuta's got the top 2 spots. Even in exclusive, they never draw. They're not part of the show.
No, it's disgusting.
Third place, 71,000. FTR and Grizzled Young Vets battle it out after a week of provocation. Fourth place, the Professor Serena Deeb finally goes one-on-one with Yuka Sakazaki. 48,000 views. Fifth place, Jack Perry, TNT champion, faces off with Christopher Daniels. 48,000 views. Remember when that whole incident was supposed to make Jack Perry a star?
Yep.
CM Punk, remember they showed the footage and they wanted to make Jack Perry a star?
No.
How's that worked for them?
Well, it's not worked. Simple as that.
Do people care about Jack Perry?
He rides in a brown, shitey coloured fucking custard bus. I mean, it is what it is.
Anyway, Daniel sucks. Sixth place, Bang Bang Gang taking on Cage of Agony. Former Ring of Honor 6-man champions teams collide. As if that's going to draw anything. Oh, former 6-man Ring of Honor teams. Oh, 45,000 views. Seventh place, Queen Anamata looks to prove a point against Robin Renegade. 36,000 views. Who thought this was a fucking good idea? And then in last place, we've got Ring of Honor champion Brisco, O'Reilly and Hologram taking on Mortos, Davari and Nice. Remember that time Hologram had the highest viewed quarter and you were like, he's a draw?
Well, I mean, I did say it was a draw for the sake of the quarter, but look at the state of this, man.
Tony Khan, get your crayons out and start drawing, because these numbers are shit.
I actually think Sami Zayn should be shot for what he said about the Briscoes.
Aye. The best tag team in the last 25 years. Think of the tag teams that would make the Briscoes better.
No, I guarantee you, right, if the other Briscoe was still with us...
No one would say that.
Well, Sami Zayn wouldn't say that.
But think of the tag teams that makes the Briscoes better then. The three tag teams that come to mind straight away is Dudley's, Edge and Christian Hardy's.
Yep. It's not even close. No, you know what? I would say if you've not been in WWE or in TNA in its prime in the last 25 years, you have no right to fucking claim that.
No. You can't. They weren't even in AEW.
That's it. Yeah, well, yeah, that was fucking ROH.
They didn't want to hire them because they're not politically correct. Them boys, they got views we don't agree with. I think is it the one that's passed away said something negative about gay people or something. One of them said.
Yeah, I know the thing is. I mean, these marks fucking probably like, oh, I'm glad he's dead because he said this about the LGBT community. They're fucking vindictive like
pathetic.
that.
They didn't want to hire them when they were alive, but then as soon as one of them sadly passes away, Tony Khan's like, oh, I'll bring the other one in.
It's pathetic, you know, it's just virtuous. Like,
but he didn't bring them in previously because they made a comment about gays or something.
It's the same about David Benoit, man, when he whipped them out in the VIP seats. It's just because, oh, look, WWE didn't bring him back, so I'll bring him.
Do you remember people were calling for Mark Briscoe to win the Rumble?
I know.
Or at least be in it? No, come on, look at this. Look at this meth head looking guy, no offence to him, right, with no teeth. Could you imagine if he came out in the WWE? Don't get me wrong, I think maybe he'd fit the 80s.
I don't think a one-off appearance would have, buried the entire company. But see these people that genuinely think that this guy should have won.
But WWE's going for the clean cut, like they don't want guys that look like Mark Briscoe. Although I think he's got a bit of character, I will say that about him.
Breaking Bad.
But he's not got any fucking fuse about him, is he?
No.
Not got any drawing power. Anyway, guys, that's it. Terrible numbers for Collision. But tell us, we're not... Sean O'Hare would say, I'm not telling you anything you don't already know. Woo. And that's it. We'll catch you in the next one. Until then, peace.